Watch this not work. I hope this lags. Oh boy, I love lag. John, have you been getting laid lately? Not lately. It's tough, man. Because while I was getting laid, it was nice. But, women always want to, go for walks and shit, And, go out for breakfast and lunch and, they want to spend the day with you, because they like you. But, someone like me, during all those times, I'm just constantly thinking about the work that I could be getting done. You know what I mean? While I'm out on those walks, I'm just fuck, I could be writing, I could be working on my game. And it's a shame, because I want to be able to just set time aside and enjoy this time with this person, but I don't know. And there's something sick in my brain that rejects routine. If there's a time that I have to do something, then all the time between now and then is ruined. Just because I'm anticipating that. I gotta be at this place at such and such time. I can't tell if he's joking or not. What do you have I said something that's you're not sure about whether I'm joking or not? I don't understand. A lot of us hate routine, man. It's cool. This fucking YouTube makes my teeth itch. Still fucking lagging. Any way to turn the mic up? It's not loud enough already. I mean, it's already at plus 20 decibels. John, I thought it was a dream when I saw you on stream. I creamed supreme. Also, the audio on your mic keeps staticking up pretty awfully. John, this slow descent into alcoholism is frankly boring. We need you to go all put out, all out, and start hitting PCP and DMT on stream. Yeah, like Andy Dick, right? That was so fucking funny. Andy Dick wiping the inside of his nostril with the inside of an empty cocaine Ziploc bag. Holy shit, live stream on YouTube and not on Twitch. Is the an alternate reality? You guys gotta look at what you're fucking typing. Some of you guys. Gotta work on your grammar there. Stella, yes. John, turn up the distortion all the way on your mic. That doesn't sound good. John, why does my pee-pee burn? I don't know, man. It's probably AIDS. Enjoy your AIDS. So, John, how you been, broski? Good. Better. Better than the last time I was streaming. The last time I was streaming, I was complaining about stomach problems. My stomach was bulging and I felt like I had gas all the time. And it hurt to bend over or kneel down. I was always belching and getting heartburn and palpitations and shit. And so I went to the doctor and I was handed a requisition form to hand into a lab to get a test done for some bacteria, stomach bacteria that thrives in the stomach and or upper intestine, I think, called H. It's an abbreviation of something more complicated, but it's commonly referred to as H. pylori. And the test for it is that they make you drink this they do a breath test on you. they tell you to exhale into a little vial for like 10 seconds, and then they'll get you to drink this like lime juice concoction thing. Then they'll make you wait 25 minutes, and then they do the test again to check for excess carbon dioxide. Because apparently that lime juice that they make you drink, if it's combined with a if you have the bacteria that they're testing for, the bacteria secretes like a chemical or a gas, and if this, whatever it's secreting, mixes with this juice that they make you drink, it produces an excess of carbon dioxide. So if they run the testing second time, and if they see that there's a buildup of carbon dioxide, it's a positive on the bacteria. But I tested negative for it. So I was like, fuck, what is it? So I went back to the doctor, and then they put me on an antacid. Ranitidine, it's called. And that didn't help. And so I spent the Christmas holidays with my mom, and I saw my family doctor where she lives. And we have the same doctor. So I went to that doctor and told the guy that the antacid I was on was doing jack shit. And so he put me on a stronger one that's apparently 5 times stronger. Just watching this fucking stream lag again. Okay, we're back. I don't even know whereabouts. What was the last thing you heard me say? I fucking hate computers. God damn it. 2017, we still can't make one worth a fuck. Family doctor, right. Oh, wow, the latency is actually really low on this. It's not like 30 seconds like it usually is. Because I set everything to the fucking minimal settings, and it's still fucking lagging. Piece of shit. So I went to the family doctor, and I told him that the antacids I was on weren't doing anything, and he put me on one that's 5 times stronger, and it was actually helping me. I mean, I'm not 100%, but I guess the problem was that it was a poor diet led to an excess in stomach acid in my stomach. And so that just constantly generates gas that I think inflates the stomach, and then my inflated stomach presses on what's called the vagus nerve, which is a nerve that's connected to like the heart and the stomach. And if the stomach presses on it, it can send weird fucking signals that make you have heart palpitations and all this stupid shit. So like a lot of people, I don't think, would. The vagus nerve, not the faggot nerve. The vagus nerve. And it sends signals to the heart and anyway, you get an organ, commonly the stomach, because it can inflate, pressing on that, and it can make you have palpitations and shit. Not a lot of people realize that heart palpitations are caused by like stomach issues. A lot of people think, with my symptoms, that they're having a heart attack when it's actually just anxiety or like a gas problem or whatever. So I'm on these new pills now, and it's just like, why didn't they put me on this to begin with, I had to waste weeks getting that fucking bacteria test done. Like, oh, that didn't work. It's like the equivalent of like IT support. It's like you want to get your computer fixed, and you know some shit about computers, and you have an idea of what the problem is, but you don't know quite enough that you can fix it yourself. So you got to go to an IT technician, and his job is to start with the simplest solutions first. So then you got people like that going, well, have you tried turning it off and on again, sir? It's like that. You got to like work your way up from the simplistic shit. You're just like, yeah, I fucking turned it off and on again. It still doesn't work. It's like, well, I'm just making sure. Now we'll just go step by step. Okay. It's like that. The medicine equivalent of that. It's like they put you on this pussy shit. They're like, well, that doesn't work. Oh, you wanted a pill that works. Oh, well, you should have just said, here you go. Why don't you just fucking give me that to begin with? It's like months go by until I finally get the pill that helps me. Thank God I wasn't dying or something. Have you tried just lying down and waking up again? And fucking Walmart pisses me off. And not necessarily just Walmart, but like any place with a pharmacy. Pharmacists are so fucking lazy. They do jack shit in there except talk to each other and play Boggle or Yahtzee or whatever the fuck it is they're doing behind the counter. I get my prescription for the new meds, and I go to Walmart, and I give him my form, and the guy says, I'm just like, hey, I got a prescription here, and he says, okay, well, we'll whip that up for you. It'll be about a 40-minute wait. I'm like, 40 minutes? I'm like, I'm the only one here at the pharmacy who wants anything. There's not a lineup. It's just me. And I don't think they even have a back room or anything. The pharmacy is the back room. That's just where they keep all their stock, I think. Like all their medicines, they're just like on shelves. Like there's not a back room they need to go into that has even more medicine and they pull out what they need. It's like everything is localized in this one little section, this little pharmacy. But they need 40 minutes to fill up my fucking bottle. It's like, it takes 40 seconds. Like, just get a plastic bottle, slap a label on it with my name on it, pour the pills in, and give it to me. How fucking hard is that? There's no other customers you have to deal with. I mean, they were literally just chit-chatting before I even got there. 40 minutes. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, and so I wait 40 minutes, right? And then I go up to the desk. And I talk to the same guy. And I'm just like, hey. And he's like, hey. And I'm standing there. And he's standing there staring at me like he hasn't seen me before. I guess he doesn't remember talking to me 40 minutes ago. And so I'm just like, you told me to wait 40 minutes. I'm here to pick up my prescription. And he's like, oh, yeah. Just give us another 5 minutes. And I'm standing there going, you haven't even started on my prescription yet, have you? You just told me wait 40 minutes for the fuck of it, and then you forgot. And now I'm coming to you 40 minutes later to pick up my prescription, and you totally forgot to do anything. So now you're like, oh, just another 5 minutes. Because I guess that's how long it really takes you to get my pills in my fucking bottle. It's like, why couldn't you... If you're telling me 5 minutes now, you had nothing to do 40 minutes ago, visibly, so why didn't you just say 5 minutes then? Why do you gotta make me wait almost an hour? Like, get the fuck out of here. It's such bullshit. 40 minutes. I mean, literally, it's a 40-second job. They don't do a fucking thing. They're so fucking lazy. And I just hate Walmart in general. I mean, I don't know if this is exclusively a Walmart thing or like a supermarket thing. I don't think all supermarkets do this, but I was in Walmart and they shield the phone signal. So, I guess because you can't price check something to see if you can get a better deal somewhere else, they want you to buy whatever it is you're looking at in the store, right? But what if somebody started taking people hostage in Walmart? Sorry if it looked like I was just standing there doing nothing, but I was waiting for the stream to stop lagging. But it's not doing it anymore. So Walmart shields phone signals in their building. And so what if terrorists came in and started holding people hostage? Nobody could use their phone to call out to emergency services. Like, isn't that dangerous? Shouldn't that be violating some kind of law? to just block your phone from being used inside a Walmart just because they want to save a buck? God forbid you check on the internet to see if an item that you want is available cheaper somewhere else. I mean, granted, it's Walmart. I mean, that's probably the cheapest place you're going to get it if it's there. But, like, I mean, that just even further unincentivizes them to shielding the phone signals. What do they care? People probably aren't going to find a better deal somewhere else. So they're probably going to buy it from Walmart. Why do they got to shield the fucking signal? It's stupid. It's, like, dangerous. Just use McDonald's Wi-Fi. Oh, yeah, they won't shield that, right? You gotta connect to their fucking internal network. John does not know the way. Can someone explain that stupid meme to me? Is that inherently tied to that image of Knuckles? That, like, derpy Knuckles? Where he's, like, got big pupils in his eyes, and he's, like, got that kind of Sonic Boom weird body proportion that just sucks. It's Knuckles from Sonic, but all derpy. Yeah, I know. I just don't... Why are they putting an African voice on him? I don't get that. Or like a Ugandan accent. Yeah, Ugandan Knuckles? Okay, is that... Yeah, I don't get it. Go watch the video. Okay, so it's a video. It was never funny. Is it working for everyone else but me? Just, I mean, it looks okay right now. Because I'm looking at the live stream. So just, like, refresh the page or something. John, what if the high councils of the cucks hold people hostage? I agree. The stream cuts out, but it isn't lagging. I mean, it's working, but you're at, like, 144p for me, yeah. Yeah, I know, sorry. I'm doing my best. I tried optimizing it. It seems okay right now. Are you using Shaw or Telus? I think I'm with Shaw. I hate Shaw. And Telus. They all suck. All the fucking providers. Bunch of assholes. Have you tried turning it off and on again? John, do you know who Zeniti Gaming is? No, I don't. People have been telling me to reach out to various people. I'm not really familiar with them. One was some guy named Critical. He has a critical podcast or something like that. Another one was the something Wolf. I can't remember. I looked up his Twitter profile and he was like he had one of those anime furry avatars. I was like, what's with all these fucking anime furry avatars? Dishonored Wolf. Yeah. Like, why do I have to talk to him? People are saying I gotta talk to him. You guys have got a lot to talk about. Really? Yeah, it seems like we have a lot of things in common, me and him. Dishonored Wolf is a cuck. Isn't everybody? Critical is Cool, the official podcast. The official podcast, that's it, yeah. John, you have to go on the official podcast. Oh, do I? Do I have to? I'm here to listen to stuff. John, you know you're a furry. We've seen your history. Uh-oh. You have to. I have a gun. I have to. It's the official podcast. Whoa. I don't listen to a lot of podcasts. I listen to The Dick Show with Dick Masterson, who's currently being sued by Maddox for $20 million. That's pretty funny. I listen to Joe Rogan. The Drunken Peasants sometimes. I listen to some conservative dudes. I listen to Ben Shapiro. Milo sometimes I listen to. He's pretty funny. Bill Burr, yeah. I saw a clip of him the other day talking to this female reporter. You guys probably saw the same thing, where she was trying to trap him into saying some misogynist shit. Like, do you think women can be funny? And he's just like, yeah, of course they can. You just got to go out there and, do good comedy. Ben is kind of annoying. Yeah, he's got kind of a high-pitched voice and he talks really fast, but he's smart as fuck, man. I don't agree with him on everything. For instance, he's a particularly religious guy, and I'm not, but I think where he's coming from the most part, like, he backs his shit up, and he's got facts, and he's smart. John, please, I want Arby and the Chief, please. I've been waiting all my life. Please, man. I'm putting episodes out. What do you want? 8 seasons so far. Do you like JonTron? Yeah. I haven't listened to him lately. The last thing I heard from him was his Destiny debate, which was pretty funny. You saw Ben on Rogan talk about Jenner? Yeah, I did. Did you hear about PooTube fucking over small content creators and demonetizing them? Yeah. So, well, I don't know too much about their new monetization policy that they're doing, apparently, but from what I understand, it's just, like, basically screwing over people who have, like, under 10,000 views, or, like, I can see the problem with that. If you take away the ability to monetize and link to your Patreon and shit like that from the people who have under 10,000 views or whatever, you're not incentivizing them to grow. You're not giving them an opportunity to grow and fund themselves and make better content. But on the other hand, I don't think it's such a bad idea that in order to prove yourself to be monetization worthy, you have to be able to, like, make something that people want to see. It's like, even if something you make is like shit production quality, if it's like smartly written and smartly shot and edited and uploaded, regardless of whether or not you're earning money off it, like, if it's good, it'll probably find an audience of some size, and if it's good enough, whatever audience it finds will probably be enough to validate you to monetize your content. You know what I mean? So the thing is, there's so many shit content creators out there. But I don't know. I think small time creators should be able to be funded. Because I had to start somewhere. But the thing is with me, like, yeah, I started making videos as a hobby. Like, I wasn't monetizing my videos. When I got started on YouTube, monetization wasn't even a thing. You just upload it as a hobby. And I made a thing, and it went viral. Because I guess it was decently funny and made. And it had wit and like a satirical edge to it. And that got me a bunch of attention and qualified me as like I don't know what qualifies you as like a YouTube partner, whether it's like an X amount of views or whether you've been with YouTube for X amount of time. I'm not sure how it works. But I don't know how I feel about the monetization thing. I don't even know if it fucks me over or not. Like, I assume it's just for like the people who have under X amount of subscribers or views or whatever. It's like zero fucking money. John, have you ever watched Moral Oral? Yes, I have watched Moral Oral. It's awesome. It's very well done. It's funny. John, I've been having strange thoughts about other men lately. What should I do, bro? Well, you could start by defining strange thoughts. Is this a gay thing? Or strange thoughts as in you want to kill other men? Let's figure out the problem here before we troubleshoot. You know what I'm saying? John Graham, isn't that the problem because YouTubers that are shitting out 10-minute videos are being... Sorry, what was that? Are being more rewarded. Yeah. I want monetization to go to good people with good content. You know? I think it's the thing YouTube is so worried about is that, there's always going to be some guy out there with a webcam and internet access who's going to use his platform to spout hate speech, right? And YouTube doesn't want to give those kind of people the ability to monetize themselves, right? Because they got to be on the left side. They got to side with the hard left. Anything they don't agree with, it's like they shouldn't be monetized. Blah blah blah. You know. I don't know, man. I don't know how it's gonna affect me either, if it is at all. John, how will I start my Minecraft Let's Play channel? Yeah, there's so much of that shit. Fuck. Like all the MCNs, multi-channel networks, that I've been asked to like join. So many of those networks are full of that shit. Minecraft Let's Plays. You know? And those are the kind of like artists, I don't know if you can call that art really, but like those are the kind of content creators that need the help to get the extra views, because the content they're producing is so fucking unremarkable. You know what I mean? It's great. Another Minecraft video, just what I wanted. And another nasally fucking child voiceover. You know? Where there's no cinematic merit. There's no effort put into writing a script or dialogue, you know, or cutting the footage together in a way that's meaningful or cinematic. You know? It's just lazy. So do you really want all those people to be able to get monetized? I mean, I don't know, like, I guess it's up to what people want, right? Or, well, I mean, in the case of YouTube monetization, it's advertisers. But I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of the new YouTube policy? Do you think it's damaging overall? Would you rather more power was given to the small guys, even though that would result in a surplus of shitty content, including Minecraft Let's Plays? Or should the money, or should the ad revenue only go to people who know what they're doing, who have proven their ability with X amount of subscribers or whatever the fucking threshold is? Legal pot by July. How about that? Dude, I don't think that's the case anymore. I mean, that was the deadline for a long time, but it looks like the government's not going to meet it. I mean, that's what I heard last anyway. It is damaging to smaller channels being able to grow. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, as shitty as something might be, or as shitty as I think something is on YouTube, you know? If people like it and they click on it and they want to watch it, you know, who cares what I think? And if there's a market for whatever that thing is, then, you know, the people that enjoy that deserve to see more of that kind of thing. And if that's what they want, then those content creators should be able to grow and produce more of that content. Even if it's just a fucking Minecraft thing, which seems pretty stupid to me, but whatever. Tastes, everybody's tastes change over time, like all the time, you know? It's like when I have kids one day. I know, haha, John having kids. Isn't that a stretch? But when or if I do, it's like my kids are going to think things are cool that I don't think are cool, you know? Just like I didn't think things were cool that my parents thought were cool, you know? With every generation, people's tastes change. It's what people do. Not everyone agrees on like what's cool and what isn't. Whatever happened to YouTube Heroes? I don't fucking know. I guess they withdrew that idea, as they probably should have. YouTube Heroes. How fucking dumb is that? John, what do you think of people asking the same questions for 2 hours? Old news at this point, but what are your thoughts on this whole Logan Paul situation? Okay, you guys want me to talk about Logan Paul? You want to know what I really think about Logan Paul? You want me to get to the bottom of this situation? Not really. Nobody gives a fuck. Well, some people do. Who the fuck cares what I think? I'll tell you what I think, though. I don't hate Logan Paul. I don't think he's an evil guy. I don't think he's bad. I think he's a dumbass. And he's just got that, like, dumb guy attitude, and he wears that dumb guy jacket. That fucking blue denim with the sheep wool lining. You know? And it's just the way he conducts himself. Just seems so fucking stupid. Controlled by his own ego, yeah. And you get that a lot with all these fucking YouTube stars. Well, most of them. And especially like that Logan Paul guy in particular, because his background is like Disney. He used to be a Disney star, I think, on one of their whatever the fuck shows that suck. I think every child actor that has been in a Disney show is fucked up in some way, you know, or has an enormously skewed perception of reality. To be fair, you have to have a very high IQ to understand Logan Paul. Do you have an ego, John? Of course I do. It's part of the human condition. The question is whether you keep it in check. Logan Paul is not a person who keeps his ego in check. And he's just so... he misjudged that situation in particular quite a bit. Like, the video starts off with him like, well, he prefaces it with like a thing recorded in advance saying, hey, look, we were here in this forest, this is what we did, like, brace yourself, this is the most emotional roller coaster of a video you've ever watched. Like, stupid shit like that. Like, this is the vlog that's gonna change the world. And then, like, it cuts back to, like, the start of the day, where they show up at the fucking forest, and, like, right off the bat, like, they haven't found the dead guy yet, but they're, like, preparing to go into the forest, and they're unloading their car, and they're like, here's all our camping gear, and he's just joking around in front of the camera, is wearing his stupid fucking jacket, and that fucking hat, that fucking alien hat, an ear hat, no less. Never mind the fact that it's, like, resembling one of the aliens from Toy Story, with, like, the 3 stupid-looking fucking googly eyes on it. It's like, take off the hat, dude. At least. Like, even if you haven't seen the fucking dead body yet. You know what I mean? Just like, you know what this forest is famous for. That's why you're there. You know? That's the other thing, like, when they found the body, they were so fucking surprised. Like, dude, can you believe this shit? It's like, you came to this forest because you know people were actively killing themselves in it. That's why it's such a tourist attraction. It's like, yeah, you go in there with a video camera, you run the risk of catching something on film. That's a little disturbing. You know? He can't even tone down the jokes, like, just before going into the forest. You can't appreciate that this is like a... I mean, I don't care if you go into the forest and you want to film it. I think that's okay. People have done that. It is interesting. Sorry, I'm looking at this fucking stream, and it's like, it decides to lag whenever I talk. It's like there's some guy out there with a lag button that's deliberately trying to piss me off. Whenever it lags, do you miss chunks of it, or does it just, like, resume from where it froze? You know what I mean? Logan Paul hates you, John. Oh no. Like, I give a shit. Lost chunks, yeah, fuck. So anyway, he can't fucking, like, you know, have his on screen, on camera persona mirror the emotional gravity of the environment of where they are. You know what I mean? It's just like it's a fun thing for them. It's like, ooh, what are we gonna find? I wonder. And then they go in. He still doesn't take off the fucking hat. And then, they find the body and they blur out the face, at least. Jesus Christ. This fucking YouTube stream makes me want to punch something. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Ugh, damn it. I'm getting notifications that the bitrate is too high. Which is weird because I thought the bitrate was set to an optimal level, but you know what? I'm gonna stop the stream. I'm gonna configure a couple things and then I'm gonna restart it, okay? Sorry about this. I'm trying to fucking fix it. I don't want this to lag because this is really pissing me off. And it's just making me not think and it's just interrupting my flow here. So give me 5 minutes to try and fucking figure this out and take a piss. And stay tuned, alright? Don't go anywhere. We're back, folks. Let's see how this goes. So the bit rate was at like over 2,500 and I dropped it down to 1,000. So it might look like shit, but hopefully there won't be any more interruptions. Where you been, you fucking cuck? Just cucking here, cucking there. Cucking everywhere. You look the same. Hey man, I just want to say your show got me through some really rough times as a kid. Thank you for what you have created. And fuck you, love you, man. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I'm glad you like the show. So, should I finish my bit on Logan Paul, or do you guys not give a fuck? And it's not that I'm not interested in talking about Logan Paul. I mean, I think it's a funny and interesting thing, but if you guys have heard enough about it, then I can move on to something else. I got plenty to talk about. But okay, let's finish talking about Logan Paul. Logan Paul, who's Logan Paul? Okay, Logan Paul is the guy on YouTube who had his video pulled and his videos demonetized, and I think is having his channel pulled because he went into the Aokigahara forest in Japan next to Mount Fuji, which is a forest that is famous for people going into and killing themselves. And yeah, it's pretty dark, pretty sad. Because for some reason, I don't know what it is about Japan, there's suicide rates there. I mean, I don't know if it's just it's not about gender, it's just a general anxiety for men and women because there's this pressure to work so fucking hard, or maybe it's exclusively a male thing because there's this enormous amount of pressure on them to be the breadwinners. I don't know if that's a thing. But fuck, man, there's a lot of suicides. And so they have a forest for it, where it's famous for people to just go in. Usually they go pretty deep in the forest. I mean, most people, tourists who go into the forest, they don't really find anything. They won't find any bodies. They'll usually find, creepy shit that's, been left behind, empty tents, and, the debris and garbage left over from, campsites, Because who knows, what people's routine is, people who go into that forest to kill themselves. Maybe they go in there and maybe, they take a few days to, take in the atmosphere of the forest and, maybe camp for a few nights. Or maybe it's the tourists that are just camping. I mean, if you want to kill yourself and you go into that forest, I mean, you probably want to get it. You don't want to waste too much time, And maybe some people, they want to camp out in the forest for a night just to think on it, and then kill themselves the next day, or maybe it's just the tourists doing it. I don't know. But I would gather, like, if you made the decision, if you made up your mind and you go into that forest, you'd probably want to get it done quickly, I would think. And that's what happened with that guy that was caught on film, because his body was discovered near the entrance, I think. Logan Paul and his team of guys didn't have to go too far in to find him. And so they did. And they found the guy, and, like, they didn't even have the taste to, like, keep their distance. I mean, sure, they blurred out his face. But then they go right up to his body with the camera, and they got, like, low and high angles and shit. And, like, I don't know if it's, maybe that's not entirely accurate. But they did bring the camera in for, like, closer shots. Really, like, milking the shock value of it, which is just in very poor taste, I think. And all the while, it's cutting back to Logan Paul and his dumb fucking hat, talking about how, I don't believe this, bro. Can you believe this? Can you believe this happened? I don't believe this. Can you believe it? It's like, yeah, dude. That's what happens in that forest. That's why you're there. It's like, can you really be that fucking surprised? Here we go. It's fucking lagging again. And then, like, so they do, like, the cutting back and forth for, like, 5 whole minutes of just, like, the body, and then cut to reaction shot of him going, dude, that's messed up, bro. That's messed up, bro. And then he, like, by the end of his dumb fucking video, he tries to pathetically turn it into this, like, anti-suicide positive mental health message where he's just, like, sitting on, like, a flight of stairs looking into the camera going, look, bros, suicide, it's not a good thing. It's a serious thing, and mental illness is a serious thing. So, like, watch out for your friends, bro. And, like, life is important. Life is worth living. And, yeah, it's, life is good, and you always want to live, and, just look out for each other, look out for yourselves, and, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Make sure to smash that subscribe button, hit the like button, and, I'm peacing out, yo. Peace. One love. It's so fucking pathetic. He's obviously trying to sensationalize the thing, Or, like, under the guise of it being, like, a message about mental health. Like, no, it isn't. And he was saying, like, well, I didn't monetize the video. Well, who gives a shit? It's just in such poor taste to show that kind of thing on camera, I tweeted about this earlier. I was like, I brought up the example Grizzly Man, that movie made by Werner Herzog, where Werner Herzog directed it, and he's like, the movie is about this dude, Timothy something, and he's this, like, one of these, like, I live out in the wilderness dudes who, like, he believes that he has this natural affinity with bears. He believes he's, like, one of the bears, and that he has a mutual respect with the bears, and, like, they won't hurt him, he won't hurt them. And, of course, at the end of the movie, he gets killed by, guess what, a bear. And so the whole movie is kind of about this guy who's just ultimately delusional. He thinks he's fucking one of the animals, and then he gets brutally killed by a bear. And, did you just spoil the Revenant? Did you ever watch Bad Lieutenant by Werner Herzog, starring Nicolas Cage? Yes, I have seen that. I thought that was actually a pretty good movie. But anyway, at the end of that movie, they have an audio recording of the guy's death. Like, there was a camera running, or at least a microphone running, when the guy was killed by the bear. And the audio clip is supposedly horrific. There's audio clips out there claiming to be that audio clip, but they're fake. I don't think the real one was ever released. But when Werner Herzog was doing the documentary, he was talking to like a relative of the guy who was killed as like a source for his film, right? And she had the real recording, I think. And he let Werner Herzog listen to it. So on camera, you see him listening to the real audio clip through headphones. You don't hear the clip. You just see him sitting in the chair reacting to it. And he looks fucking like grief-stricken. Just like, it's horrifying, right? Because like, I haven't heard the real clip, obviously. It's not out there. But there's been textual descriptions of the clip where you hear that the guy's screaming gets distinctly high-pitched and like, you know, the kind of scream that somebody does when they're dying or they're about to die and they know they're going to die and they're scared witless, right? It's disturbing to listen to, right? And so you don't, like, just watching Werner Herzog listen to the clip is all you need, really. Like, in order to get a sense of satisfaction from the film's story, you don't need to hear the actual disturbing audio. I mean, me as a curious person, I would have liked to hear it, but I don't need to hear it. Just watching Werner Herzog listen to it and seeing how, you know, disturbed he is by it is enough, you know? You know, it's the audio recording's there, you know it's bad, and that's it. So, the reason I bring that up is that, you know, this Logan Paul thing made me think of that. Is that, you know, you can do a documentary on the suicide forest, but you don't have to show a dead body on camera as some kind of money shot, you know, that gives the story a conclusion or an arc. It's not necessary to the arc. You know, it's just in poor taste to do that. I mean, if you're making a documentary and you go into some place like that suicide forest, if you accidentally get something like that on camera, a dead body, that's fine. Like, but that doesn't mean you have to upload it. You know what I mean? Like, what you can upload is perhaps just the witnesses on camera talking about what they saw, and like in a tasteful way too, not in the way fucking Logan does it, where he's just throwing bro at the end of every sentence and just like kind of half laughing, and like, it's like, what are you doing, man? Do you have no emotional intelligence that you can't read the situation properly and know how to conduct yourself on camera? Like, show some respect, you know? He's got no respect for the corpse. Here's that fucking stream lagging again. Ugh. I wonder if it's OBS. Who the fuck knows? Buffering like crazy. Yeah, I know. See, if it's OBS, switching to Twitch isn't gonna matter. But, I mean, I used to do Twitch, but I went to YouTube because Twitch was fucking up. So who knows? Maybe if I go back to Twitch, it'll be fucking working now. I don't know, man. I should try a new platform other than OBS. Please, no, go to Twitch. Can you please try Twitch? Man. No Twitch. You guys seem pretty torn on whether to do Twitch or not. I mean, if Twitch means that I can do this lag-free, then I'm on board. I don't give a fuck. But I hate the idea of making everybody migrate over to a new thing. But then again, this viewing experience isn't exactly optimal. Periscope. I've never tried Periscope before. No Twitch. Twitch is gay. Instagram Live, lol. You're gonna lose viewers. Don't do Twitch. Fuck Twitch and everyone who supports it. Fuck, dude. I don't know, man. It just lags every so often. Is it really that bad? Should I just fucking... I mean, it might look one way to me. It just looks like it's doing it every now and then. But for you guys, maybe it looks worse. Is it tolerable for you guys watching on YouTube, or would you rather I switched? Poll on Twitter. It's not that bad, it's occasional. Keep going. Yes. You good. Alright. YouTube's fine. It's not tolerable at all, to be honest. Oh my god. God forbid I ever ask YouTube for a consensus on something. Yes, no, maybe, I don't know. John, we lost a legend 10 years ago. 10 years ago today. R.I.P. Heath Ledger. Was that 10 years ago? Get the fuck out of here, really? Jesus. I'm fucking crying laughing, holy shit. Any of you streaming wizards out there who might know what they're talking about, do you think it would be a good idea to set the OBS bitrate streaming value to anything below 1000 megabits per second? Or is that just gonna look like ass? I figure I might as well try it. I mean, if this is still lagging. 9 bits? Do you mean 9,000 megabits per second, or just exactly 9? Twitch, you fucking cuck. John, did you ever get to see The Dark Knight, or did you trade your tickets in to see Space Chimps instead? I remember Space Chimps. No, I saw The Dark Knight. That was great. That was one of the best theater experiences I remember having. It isn't lagging for me. These fags can't afford internet. Is it really not lagging for you at all? I mean, because it's telling me that I have a slow upload, so that would make me believe that it would lag just as much for everybody else. It's lagging for all of us, yeah. John was the Aurora shooter confirmed. How do you work that out? I only asked about streaming options, and apparently now I'm the Aurora shooter. 2 comments side by side. It's not lagging, and lag in caps. So yeah, evidently you guys have a hard time reaching a consensus on something. I'm gonna try one more. I'm gonna try lowering the bit rate even more, just to see if we can get a fluent stream here. Just give me a minute, okay? Just a minute. God, that looks blurry as fuck. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Eat a Tide Pod. Oh yeah. What the fuck is up with that? It was that Funny or Die thing, wasn't it? With that fucking like. I mean, it was probably maybe it was a very mild problem before that Funny or Die sketch, but and then that's why the Funny or Die sketch did that. But then after that, it was so popularized. You get a bunch of teenagers out there that are like, "What if we actually did it, though?" It's like, then you're probably gonna die. Well done, or end up in the emergency room, wasting all the time of the fucking emergency service technicians and police and doctors who have to come to your house and save your ass. It's so fucking dumb. John, when did you gain the mentality to strive to work hard and learn? I definitely became more hungry for knowledge when I was in my like mid-20s. And even when I was much younger, I would work hard on things that I cared about. Like if I was working on little video projects in my teenage years, I would work really hard on that. I like little graphic design projects or projects in Macromedia Flash. I would work really hard on that. But I was a slacker in school just because I didn't give a fuck. I didn't care about grades. I knew that they were probably going to be pretty much irrelevant. You know, at the end of it all, people were just saying that they mattered even though they don't really. Because getting into college is more about whether you have tuition or not, and not so much your GPA. Is it still fucking lagging? I don't know. I mean, it looks alright on my end. Lag. No. No more lag. Okay, good. Good. Do you ever regret your YouTube success? No. My YouTube success is kind of one of the things that defines me, I think, at this point. And it's not that I have a fucking hard-on for YouTube either. It's just, you know, when I was starting out as a video creator, YouTube was the platform to go on, you know? So, I mean, there wasn't Vimeo back then or any of these other kind of websites. You just went on YouTube because if you wanted to make videos and you wanted to share them online, that was where you went to. And now people are saying it's lagging. Even though it looks fine to me. Fuck. John, do you think there is anything necessarily wrong or even bad with committing suicide? I mean, it's a difficult question. And it's a question that really interests me. And it's kind of what R being the Chief is about. I mean, the latter seasons anyway, like season 7 and season 8, are very much about suicide. I mean, season 7 was the build-up to the toys taking their own lives because they felt they had no purpose and nothing to live for. And season 8 is about making sense of that. You know, justifying it or working out whether it was right or wrong. The shame that is felt by Arbiter in particular. I mean, Chief's just happy to be back, but like I think Arbiter feels ashamed that he had to resort to that. But on the other hand, if you've got nothing to live for, if you've got nothing that gives your life meaning, then maybe you'd be happy to just leave, you know? This is why I'm on board with assisted suicide. You know, if somebody wants to die and is like bedridden and would be miserable otherwise and just has no chance of quality of life, then I am not against suicide. You know? What's this like staying alive for years on a respirator and shit like that in a hospital bed, withering away just because like it's evil to kill yourself. So I'm just going to lie here in bed wasting away for years. Like, that just seems stupid. You know? If you've got something to live for, then don't kill yourself. I mean, that's different. I mean, if you're just, like, temporarily upset because a girl broke up with you or you lost your job or some shit like that, I mean, that shit is temporary. I mean, that you can turn that shit around. But if you're terminal and you're miserable and in pain, you know, I think you should be able to kill yourself if you want to. But it's a hard thing to do. I mean, not only for the person killing themselves, but of course for whoever you're asking to take your life. I mean, presumably it would be some kind of professional technician who's done this kind of thing before, who knows how to, like, disassociate the act from, you know, their emotions. You know what I mean? Because that must take a toll on a lot of, like, not a lot of people can do that, you know? Knowing that you killed someone, whether they wanted you to or not. That's a pretty heavy thing to carry around. John's telling people to kill themselves, confirmed. Oh, there's no pulling the wool over your guys' eyes, is there? You guys just know what I'm all about all the time.